Hey everyone, Dan here. We are after hours on Wednesday, June 16th. Today we're going to take an updated look at SoFi. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And also feel free to comment below with thoughts, questions, ideas, tickers you'd like me to cover, what have you. I look at those every night, though it may take me a few days to get back. All right, so SoFi had a wonderful day today. As you know, I've been beating the drum recently that SoFi has basically needed volume for quite some time, but also in yesterday's video, I mentioned that the short sellers had started to peel off a little bit because they had caused this big downturn and were just locking in a bunch of profits, and I'm sure they're just waiting to take new positions, so let's keep that in mind. But that this was sort of a brief opportunity for SoFi to establish some volume while short sellers were taking a breath and regain some of the losses that it has incurred in the last few days. So it did exactly that today. We see here almost up 5% on a day when a lot of the market struggled because the Fed talked about inflation likely being a full percent higher than expected and growing sort of consensus that there will be a rate hike next year. So SoFi didn't care at all about that. It brought the volume today, nearly 10 million, more than double the average volume over the last 3 months. So that is great to see. But just keep in mind, this will start to attract the attention of short sellers, and we'll look for that data day to day in the coming days. As you know, I've been doing videos on SoFi every day for the recent past. I don't remember how long ago that started, but several weeks. So we'll certainly keep updated as things go along. Full disclosure, I did tweet out today just before, I guess right at power hour, that I had successfully rolled out the positions. You know, I talked a few days ago that I had closed out some call positions as I was waiting, as I wanted to not risk losing profit that I had in them, and looking to roll those out to later dated expirations, but was waiting for price strength to do so. And so on the downside, I was looking for a big bounce at 20. We didn't need that, thankfully. Today it picked up, and I did the thing that I often talk to you folks about, which is using the price zones in the charts to buy into strength. So basically, there's all this strength today. I restrained myself because I thought, okay, it's going to hit one of these points and pull back. And as we see here, in the chart that we've had. I didn't create this today. This is the chart that we've been looking at for a week or two now. It hit almost to the penny, that 2263 zone. It hit 2264 and then started to pull back, tried to catch support, and then got pushed down further, tried to make another move back up and fell down. And this is where I was really watching it because I thought, okay, so here's my best dip buy opportunity. So here's right about where I took my position, right where the screenshot is. I think I screenshotted it like as soon as I could after I took the position to come tweet it. And so that's about where I took my position. So pretty solid, you know, and again, that dip buying into price strength is just you wait for the price to go up and hit some of these upward price targets, and eventually one of them is going to cause it to push back. It's going to hit resistance at some point and start to push back. And then you wait to see where it catches. Now, I could have definitely ended up taking a position there. Just happened to be that I wasn't watching it at that moment. So that was just dumb luck. So I was watching it from like this point on, and I saw it start to make some of these higher lows, and then I saw it start to push down closer to that 21, and I thought if it was hanging out here, it would probably push down closer to that 21 zone, just because it's kind of no man's land here. So it didn't make a ton of sense to me that it would actually start the reversal then. So I thought it would be closer to here, and we saw that play out nicely as the day went on. So all the times that I talk about dip buying into price strength, this is what I'm talking about, and this is an example of me trying to live by my own rules. But yeah, let's zoom in on the day and sort of see how we finished off. So this was that area that I was talking about, so nice run up here. In sort of a little bit of like stutter stepping here toward the end, you know, a big sell-off and then some buyback and then some additional selling pressure come in. So you do see some big selling candles at the end of the day. We'll have to see when we get the breakdown. That could be some shorts coming into play. That could be some folks just locking in profit and just being overall a little bit spooked because this is what SoFi's chart looks like recently, right? So today's like an anomaly in otherwise several days of all this selling pressure coming in. So I don't blame anyone for sort of wanting to lock in profit, especially if they've been getting, tossed around and beaten down in the several days leading up to today. What I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is for that price strength to continue, and that's going to again require a similar amount of volume. I don't doubt for a second that if we fall back to 3, 4, 5 million in volume, that we're probably just going to have low volume selling off. Whereas if we can get 10, 12, 15 million, we are certainly going to be making pushes in the coming days back to make another attempt at that $25, which is up here, as we made this previous attempt before. And this area here, this yellow dotted line, is where we saw a bunch of shorts come in and take positions. And so getting above that yellow line would put those definitely upside down. But I don't think, because that happened so long ago, I don't actually think that those shorts are probably still in the market. I think that they've already taken their profit. So, but we'll still leave that there as sort of like a symbolic victory if and when we get there. But yeah. So really good day on SoFi. Let's take a look at the data, but just keep in mind the volume. It needs the volume. That's predominance at the moment. So this is the cooling off of the shorts that I was talking about. So this is a brief time where it's dipped below 20 yesterday, which is a really good sign because it spent all this time in the high 20s and 30s, which is a very high short volume ratio. So now that it's come down a bit, this is the best opportunity for buying volume, buying pressure to be entering SoFi and pushing that price back up, shoring up the price points to something more reasonable versus, the shorts come in and try to distort the supply and bring a bunch of selling pressure into play. If we look at the 15-minute increments, let's see if we have it up to date here. Yeah, so it's through close today. But basically, if we look at the open, I'm looking at the wrong number. So 616, 615. Okay, so here's our open today. Just small positions coming out for borrowing, just a few thousand coming out at a time. So not a bunch jumping in. Supply is still relatively low, keeping the fee relatively high. So that's good. Still keeping the fee pressure on the shorts, and certainly the additional price strength certainly kept a bunch of additional pressure on. Doesn't look, though, like shorts were largely closing positions today. So I'll be interested to see when this data comes out tonight, if this will basically be kind of flat, be even a little bit lower in the teens, maybe around 15, 16 short volume ratio. If so, again, that just continues to present really good opportunities. But just keep in mind that absolutely, if this rally continues, it's going to draw shorts in. So they're going to be looking for, maybe something around this price area, $22.5, $23, to start feeling like it's overextended and that they have an opportunity to come in and try to provide some selling pressure and push it back down. So I would just keep an eye on that as the days unfold. And obviously I will do that here. And all that means is, if a bunch of shorts come in, you just have to decide what you're going to do at that time. Obviously, they've proven in recent past that they have the ability to knock it down significantly. We saw that right here. And even so, we saw a bunch of that right here also. After this big run-up, we saw a bunch of shorts coming in there. That's actually where that yellow dotted area originated, was we saw all the shorts pour in here and push it down all the way below 20. And then it had to recover all the way back up. There was a big squeeze here, made another run at that 25 mark, couldn't hold it. And then the shorts took over again. And now they've taken a breath as of about this date. And now we see with high volume being able to recover back up. So again, keep the volume, keep the pressure on, know when those shorts come in, that you might see another situation like this and like this unfold, but you also might see a situation like this unfold. It's just going to depend if the volume can stay high, what sort of like the institutional and retail tactics or pressure is in order to fight those shorts versus just kind of roll over and let them beat it back down and then wait until they're not paying attention again and jump back into it. So that is what I'll be looking for in the days ahead. And like I said, we'll be putting these videos out daily for the time being. SoFi is an interesting one to me, and we called out the potential for short squeeze quite some time ago, I think right around here. And, we saw these huge runs up, certainly a bunch that were fueled or assisted by short squeezes along the way. All right, well, I hope your trading week is panning out well. I'm at a loss for words, clearly. But no, today was a good day. If you were in SoFi or if you ended up taking a position, I hope you grabbed a good one and are excited for the days ahead. There could be a bunch of really nice green days in the future. At least that's what I'm planning on at the moment. Thanks a bunch for watching this one. I appreciate you sharing this video if you want to help spread the word and keep the hype and the volume high in SoFi. Spreading the word always helps. So feel free to share this video wherever you might want to. And I will see you all in the next video.